Grand Rising, or good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you are joining me today. Thank you for joining me for another yoga practice. Today's yoga practice is going to be all about balance. We're going to be just doing a flow that incorporates a lot of balancing poses. Um, be aware that one side, you may be more balanced on one side than the other. That is perfectly normal. That is perfectly okay. Just be in tune with your body. If you fall out, that's perfectly okay. It's no big deal. Just get back in it, and yeah, just make sure wherever you, in whatever pose you're in, that you have a focal point or a drishti. Um, it'll just help stabilize you. You can always look to, I guess it just depends on the pose, but yeah. So if you're ready, go ahead and get in a comfortable seated position. Kind of feel out your body, and we'll get started with today's practice. Okay. You can be on your knees. You could be seated down in Sukhasana, easy pose. You could have your hands palms up to receive, palms down. It is actually 11:11 today, which is a manifestation portal. So if you would like to receive, you may not be joining me on 11:11, but technically the energy is still there. So yeah, and I'm still almost fully healed. I'm still in the process of getting better, but that is okay. Um, So when you are ready, we're going to take 3 deep breaths in through the nose and sigh it out through the mouth, okay? Inhale. You can be as loud or as quiet as you want with it. I love being loud just to kind of get out any of that stagnant energy, just kind of moving it around, okay? Inhale. Last one. And go ahead and let go of the control of your breath and just let it be. Just notice where it is, how it naturally just is. And whether you want to set an intention for today, this is the perfect time to do so. Whatever it may be, you made it here on the mat, and that is what matters. And when you're ready, on your next inhale, we're going to inhale the arms up to the sky. We're going to do that 3 times where we bring it up and down. Exhale on the way down. More times. And if you need to roll out any part of your body, your shoulders, your back, whatever you need to do, take this moment to do so. And then when you're ready, we're going to meet on hands and knees. Okay. We're going to do a few rounds of cat, cow, Marjaryasana, and Vidalasana. So make sure your knees are under your hips and your wrists are under your shoulders. And when you're ready, we're going to inhale into cow. Exhale, cow. Make sure you push, push, push. Inhale. Cow. Exhale. Push up to cat. And you can always make this your own if you would like to go from, if you would like to have a little cat cow child's pose, whatever you want. This is your practice. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Do whatever feels good for you, whatever your body is asking for. Honor your body. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale. Last one. Inhale. And on your next inhale, meet me in a neutral position. And to get started with the balancing, we're going to do balancing table. You can do, I'm going to guide you through opposite arm and leg out and then down and then to the other side. If that is too challenging for you, you can go ahead and just do leg, leg, arm, arm. Just do whatever is better for you. Like whatever, yeah, just like I said, honor your body. So, but I will be guiding through balancing table. Okay, so when you're ready, we're gonna inhale, left leg and right arm reaching opposite ends of each other. Inhale, exhale, down. Inhale, opposite side, right leg, left arm reaching. You can have, I think you're supposed to have your foot flexed. But sometimes I do like to extend it that way too. But yes, okay, exhale down. And we're going to do that a few more times. Inhale. Other side, inhale. 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 Last time on both sides. Okay, meet me back in a neutral position. And we're just gonna go into down dog. When you're ready, lift up and pedal your feet out, warming up the muscles in your body, warming up the calves, the hamstring. Okay, and when you're ready, walk up to the top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, up to Tadasana. Well, arms to the sky first. And then to Tadasana. Mountain pose. Mountain pose is such a great pose, even just for balancing, because it's like almost like if you're like recalibrating your body. It's you're grounding yourself, you're feeling if there's any tension anywhere, if there's an imbalance, whatever it is. This is the perfect place to just come back and be. Okay, so I'm going to guide you through a little flow. If any part of it is challenging, do not worry. We are in this together. You can modify, you can do whatever feels good for your body. Just listen to your body. Okay, honor it. I will keep saying that time and time again because it's your body, it's your practice. It is not about the pose looking right per se. Like, yes, it matters about how, like, making sure that you are not hurting yourself. Um, but whatever feels good in your body, that's what matters. Okay? So when you're ready, we're going to inhale, arms up. And we're going to inhale, left leg up. It's about parallel. And we're going to open up to a warrior two. Okay? Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. And then we're going to just go right into it. Okay? Okay, actually, I think we should warm up a little bit more. So we're going to cartwheel our hands, and we're going to do a few chaturangas, a few flows. Inhale. You could go to cobra, you could go to up dog, upward facing dog, and then down dog. Okay. Inhale. Left leg up to the sky. You're gonna you're gonna place your foot in between your hands and open that up to warrior two. Inhale. Reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. And cartwheel the hands down for a little chaturanga. Okay. Now we're going to inhale. We're going to do that one more time on each side. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. Knee to chest. Foot in between hands. Open up, warrior two. Oops. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, cartwheel and chaturanga. Inhale, left leg up to the sky. Knee to chest. Place your foot in between your hands. Open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. We're going to cartwheel the hands back down for our chaturanga. Okay, now we're going to get into it. We're going to right leg to the sky, knee to chest. Place your right foot in between your hands. Open up to warrior two. Okay. Inhale, warrior, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. And we're going to prepare. We're going to go into warrior one. Hands to chest, or you can keep arms up. We're going to put more weight on our front leg, on our front foot, and we're going to go into warrior three. So when you're ready, inhale, and you're going to push, exhale, into warrior three. Okay, and then we're going to open up into half moon. So we're going to put our right hand outside of the right pinky toe, and we're going to open up our entire body, And you can keep your gaze down to the floor, or if you want more of a challenge, you can look up to the sky. Your arm, if you have trouble balancing, you can keep it at your side on your hip, or you can extend arm to the sky. Okay, and inhale. We're going to turn to face the mat. We're going to bring the foot in, and we're in our forward fold now. Inhale, halfway left. Forward fold. We're going to inhale, up, bring your arms up to the sky. And down to your side for Tadasana. Okay, we're going to inhale, arms up. We're going to bring right leg up, knee bent parallel to the floor, and we're going to open up to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two. And we're going to get ready to do that same thing on this side. So we're going to go into warrior one. More weight on, so leaning on that left foot, more weight on it. And inhale. Exhale, warrior three. If you come out of it, that is completely okay. And then we're going to open up into half moon. Left hand outside, pinky toe. And then you're just going to open up the leg. You can keep your hand on your hip, or you can go up. I got distracted by a little hummingbird, but okay. And this is just my wobblier side, and that is completely okay. 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 Okay, inhale. And we're going to turn to face the mat. Bring that right foot right next to the left and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Take your time. Arms up. And back to Tadasana. Mountain pose. We're going to do that a few more times. And we will eventually move the half moon to a sugar cane if you are there. And if not, that is perfectly okay. I don't even know if I will be there. And that is perfectly okay, okay? Okay, when you're ready, actually just take this moment and just kind of ground. See where you're feeling in your body. You can drop your heels lightly, not too hard, but just kind of see what's going on in your body after that first round. Okay? And when you're ready, inhale, arms up, bringing your left leg up to this to right left knee parallel to the ground, or yes, thigh parallel to the ground. Open up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, warrior two into warrior one. And then inhale, warrior three. Open up to half moon. If you need, this would actually be the perfect place for a block. If you need that help, it would have been nice for me to bring some actually, but I did not, so that's okay. Okay. Okay, and then inhale, and then face the mat, and put your left foot next to your right. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Forward fold. Inhale slowly. unraveling your spine. Inhale up, arms up, and Tadasana. Okay, inhale, arms up, right knee up, and open it up, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Warrior two. Into warrior one. Inhale, leaning over that left leg, and we're going to go into warrior three. Inhale, you can open up to half moon. You always have the option to just stay in warrior three if half moon is a little challenging for you. Or you can also do half moon on your knees. So half moon on your knee would be, you have like the kickstand, and then you just raise. So that's also another alternative, okay? And inhale, half moon, and you're going to face the mat and bring your right leg next to your left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, forward fold. Inhale, slowly make your way up. Inhale, arms up, and down to your side for Tadasana. We're going to do this one more time on each side, and this is where if you feel comfortable enough, you can move into sugar cane. I will show it. But basically with sugar cane, while we're in half moon, you would grab the leg that is standing. You would grab it with your hand that is up, and you're just kind of pushing into it. Almost like if it were dancer's pose. Is that what it is? Yeah, almost like that, but you're obviously open. So, okay. Okay. Inhale, arms up, left leg up, left knee up. Open up, warrior two. Inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Then warrior one. And then warrior three. Inhale. Inhale, half moon. And if you are ready, you can go into sugar cane. So you could just grab that foot, the inside of the arch, with your hand that is up, and kind of push into it. This is a challenging pose, so do not be hard on yourself. Okay, and when you're ready, let it go. I'm gonna fall, and that's okay. You can fall out of it, that's okay. And you're going to inhale, face the mat, bring the left foot to meet the right, forward fold, inhale, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold, inhale, make your way up to the top, arms to the sky. Final time. I'm gonna inhale, arms up, right leg up, right knee up. We're going to open up to warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Warrior two. Warrior one. Inhale. Warrior three. Inhale, open up to half moon. Then you can go into sugar cane pose. I don't know why it feels so weird for me today. That is okay. Maybe it's not. Maybe you're not grabbing the inside of your arch, maybe you're grabbing Yeah, you're grabbing the outside of your foot. I'm sorry. Okay. Okay. Inhale. Back to half moon. If you can stay. Okay, and then you're gonna inhale. Face the top of the mat. You're gonna bring your right leg, the right foot to meet the left foot. Forward fold. Inhale. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale. Make your way up. Arms up. To Tadasana. And stay here for a few moments, noticing what is going on in your body, how you feel. Okay. And I have another little sequence we're gonna do, where we will make our way to crow pose. If you are ready, we're just gonna get into it, okay? So I want to, let's see. So we're going to open our feet to the width of the mat, and we're gonna go into Malasana. And we're just kind of gonna do this little flow where we go into Malasana and then kind of into crow. So we're kind of like rocking forwards and backwards a little bit, and then until we finally get into crow. Okay? So when you're ready, and make sure that your heels are in. So you would be like this. So your toes are pointing out and your heels are in this squat. Okay, and then if you can't make it all the way down without lifting your heels, that is perfectly okay too. Listen to your body. Everybody is different. Okay, so inhale, and we're gonna go down to Malasana. We're just going to rock forwards and backwards from Malasana, which is this pose, into crow pose. And so you're just going to put your hands in front of you, and you can just rock. And if you can get a little balance, that is perfect. If not, that is perfect. Okay. So Malasana. And this is like a little bit different version of crow. I feel like this is a good crow to start off with if you are a beginner, because then you're kind of just learning how to get into the, not me just in this pose talking like this, but it's a good way of learning how to get into that balance. When that's how I started, it's a lot easier. It was a lot easier for me, so maybe it could be easier for you too. And so we're just gonna rock. And if you rock back, that's fine too. Listen, everything's okay. And with crow, you want to make sure that you're not like looking down. You keep your gaze almost forward, I guess. So like the best way to describe it is like you're looking, if you are like somewhere like in the middle of your mat, like how I am, I'm looking at the top of my mat. So it's not like I'm looking down, I'm looking up, if that makes sense. I'm looking, yeah. You can always just look at me and see how I do it. A few more times like this at your own pace. Okay, and when you're ready, we're just gonna get into crow. You can either do crow like this, like how we were just doing it, where you just stay in there and hold it. You could do where you, if you are not there yet, where you can balance, that is perfectly okay too. You can lift off one leg and seeing if you can lift off the other, or just kind of alternating and seeing maybe which side you feel like you're stronger on, you're more balanced in. You can also do traditional crow. I mean, you can do like the, I don't want to say like more advanced version, but lack of better words, I will. Where you put your knee up here rather than like outside. So we were doing it, I don't know if you can see that, but we were doing it where the knees were outside like this. But in crow, what a nice little position. In crow, you put your knees right here, which that's what makes it a little bit more challenging, because I know for me it puts a lot of pressure there, so I do tend to bruise up, so just be careful. And then make sure that you are pushing with your hands when you're doing so, okay? And so you just kind of have to find a little crevice on where it feels good for you. And if that doesn't feel good for you, then just do it outside. There's nothing wrong with that, because what matters is that you are attempting to balance. It is not an easy thing to do. It takes a lot of strength, and but not even just strength, right? Like it takes you wanting to like do that, if that makes sense. If that doesn't, then that's fine too. Okay, so we'll just take a few more moments here in crow practicing. And just kind of play around with like different positions, different hand placements. Like if you want to try your hands further out, closer, just see what works for you. Okay. And when you're ready, okay, we're going to meet back in Malasan if you want. If not, you can just meet me in child's pose. It's a lot easier. Or you can also do a little toe balance. I did want to incorporate that somewhere in here, but I just kind of didn't find a place. But you would just be basically on the balls slash your tiptoes, and you're just balancing here. I like to have my legs, my thighs is parallel to the ground, just for a little bit of a challenge. And you can fall out of it. You can do, there's no, all of it is just finding that balance within your body, right? Like you're going to wobble, you're going to feel unstable, right? But it's like, how can you get yourself to feel stable in an unstable position like this, right? What can you do to listen to your body, to bring that calmness within? I think that's where it all comes. We always have like this outside noise around us. We think a lot. But here on this mat, we are here, we are now. So it's like, this is the perfect opportunity to listen to our body and see what we can do, how we can honor it, to be able to get into poses like this, like the peak poses, the harder poses, because that's what yoga is, right? It's the mind, the body, the soul, the spirit. So what can you do to get those things in alignment in your practice? And yeah, so I got out of my toe balance. We're going to go into child's pose just to kind of just settle in, let it be. You can do open child's pose with your arms out, and make sure that if you have your arms out that you're not like squeezing your arms together, if that makes sense, that you keep your shoulders nice and open, and yeah, just let your body be. When you're ready, inhale up to knees. We're just going to do a few little twists on our knees, and then we're going to get on our back, okay? So inhale, arms up. Twisting to the right. Looking, and you don't have to be on your knees. You could be seated down. Or if you don't want to do this, you could just be in child's pose or just be laying on your back, because we're going to meet on our back in a little bit. Inhale. Arms up. Exhale. Twist to the left. Inhale. One more time each side. To the right. Inhale. To the left. Inhale. Let's make our way onto our back to finish cooling down and then finally get into Shavasana. Okay? Just to counteract what we just did, bring your knees to your chest and hug them in. And we're going to rock side to side, just kind of rolling it out. When you're ready, bring knees up to tabletop. Inhale. Exhale. And I like to have my arms in, what is this position? Like a right angle, I guess. But you can have your arms out to the side, like a T shape. But what you're going to do is you're going to inhale, and with your exhale, bring your knees, over to your right side. And you're going to, if you are able to, you're going to look over to your left. You want to make sure that your shoulders are both on the ground, that neither of them are lifted in this pose. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, we're going to bring the knees back up to center. Okay. And we're going to do the other side. Inhale. Lowering the knees slowly to the ground. If they don't reach the ground, you can always put something underneath, or you can always just have one leg extended forward and then just have the other one twist, okay? do whatever feels better for you. And look over to the right side. When you're ready, inhale, exhale, and inhale the knees back up. And we're going to hold our knees, get tight into like a little ball. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then let go into our resting pose, Shavasana. Letting your body just settle, letting it process everything it did today in this practice. And letting it take whatever it learned today into the day. Know that you can always come back to this feeling, this groundedness. You carry that within you. We're going to take 3 deep breaths before we just settle in. When you're ready, inhale. 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 Last one, make it count. And now settle in, let go of the control of your breath, and just notice what is going on in your body right now. And if you would like to stay in Shavasana a little bit longer, go ahead and turn this video off here now. As much as I would love to do some pranayama right now, I don't think it'll be a pleasant experience for me. So if you would like to do some pranayama on your own after this, you can always either just watch one of my other yoga videos that have pranayama and follow me along for that, or just do it on your own if you have practice. The one that I would recommend is alternate nostril breathing for 12 cycles. When you're ready, we're going to turn onto our favorite side using your arm as a pillow. Thanking your body for what it did today, for coming onto this mat. That is an accomplishment in and of itself. Thank you for honoring your body. For, just showing up, for doing the thing. You already have one win today. When you're ready, I'm going to inhale up and meet me in a seated position so we can close out this practice. Okay. And when you're ready, inhale. We're going to do inhale how we did in the beginning. Inhale, arms up, down, more tight. And on this last time, we're going to keep arms up. And say prayer over the crown, over the third eye, over the throat, over the heart. Oops, sorry. Over the solar plexus, sacral, and root. And back up to the heart or back up to the third eye, where we will bow forward to the earth. And I bow to you. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you thought. And I cannot wait to see you again soon. Okay? Thanks.